Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm DigitalCasts, and wow, another day, another cast, and tonight it will be LPL Amateur. It's a league match, so hence it's a best of one. And tonight, of course, I have a special guest joining me as a guest caster, or more just a personality, and it will be Slugsy. How you doing?
Hello, hi Dig. Thanks for having me.
I hope you are gonna be looking forward to this game, because I understand you obviously know some people who play on one of the teams. But regardless, coming to this, Woo Wednesday versus Team Kick It. Do you have any experience with any of these players on these two teams?
I met one of the players in TKI's. One of their girlfriends in chat just before. A very supportive girlfriend. She's in chat at the moment.
Right.
I've forgotten her name already, but good luck to her and her boyfriend in the enemy team. But I do know personally a couple of the guys on Woo Wednesday.
Right.
Subs, Crash, and I think FF Guys is Junior maybe. But yeah, I've seen a lot of gameplay from these players, and I'm a little bit biased. So I'm full house. I have 16,000 points on Woo Wednesday at the moment. So I hope they win because I need my money back.
All right. I hope then, for your sake, I do hope you win. Otherwise, that's a pretty hefty investment down the drain, essentially. But look, I think the teams are ready. So I think let's jump right into this. And of course, it will be Woo Wednesday on defense with Team Kick It starting off an attack. So your prediction obviously was you have that Woo Wednesday that would take the win. But honestly, I hate to say this. I hate to disappoint you. I do agree that Woo Wednesday, they are some strong players. But however, look, Team Kick It, I know some of those names on there as well, and they are no small fries. Unfortunately, I have to say, you do have the likes of Flutes. You do have the likes of Anto. Oh, actually, you know what? It's only Flutes. He used to play for another team, and he was a decent player off the top of my head. He used to play Raze, true to his name, and obviously the duelist entry fragging role. But looking at Team Woo Wednesday right now, this is a insta-lock already.
Yeah, on the sense, I know very well how some of these players play. Stubbs definitely just runs and holds W on Raze, especially. He does pair it with a bit of, a little bit of a soundtrack when he does go in. He meshes a couple of buttons and just pairs it with random words a lot. So team comms on that side might be a little bit hectic. I know Crash you'll see a lot of his gameplay, his random setups in A short. So TKI needs to be aware of that. He does have that big forehead for that big brain of his. So get an action.
Well, I think it's actually a good thing that that a lot of the notationals aren't actually streamed, so they don't exactly know his method of playing and whatever calls he makes. Because to talk back about your point, right? Crash, indeed, he really does like to play Killjoy. That's his more serious agent on defensive side Ascent, locking down the A side, especially over towards short. He has this crazy setup of nanoswarms, the alarm bot, and of course the turret at long range to spot out players early on. And yeah, looking at the matchups as well, it's more or less a mirror matchup with the exception of Stubbs being on Raze. So true to your word, he looks like he will be going a little bit into the enemy team. Hopefully it does work in his favor though. But Brother Duck, the Jet to counter, and we all know what Jet operator is like on Ascent. And of course, since this game, it won't be crashed on the observing. You guys are going to have to settle with me doing it all. And as I try to sort of carry this and just do the play-by-play. But regardless, Slugsy, okay. Already starting off on defense, and by hold, look where Mr. Killjoy is playing. Interesting turret placement. Okay. I wasn't quite expecting that. So he won't have guaranteed vision if anyone pushes up like short or A main. So I'm pretty curious to see how this works out in his favor. Timer's up, and it does look like Team Kick It. I'm just gonna say TKI. Gonna try to get that ult orb out towards A long, while the rest of the team, they are working over towards mid, just getting a little bit more control. Few shots being traded out, and there you go, Stubbs, the double peek with the FF guys, just getting a little bit aggressive there. Meanwhile, the action does seem to be leaning over towards A. Crash spots out Brother Duck. fires off a warning shot. And the attackers, look at them, they're all edging all around mid, looking to really make their aggression up over towards the A side, looking for a pinch. Crash, he does get spotted out by the Aldrun. Doesn't matter though, he confirms the kill. Flame start, shock dart, fantastic dodge. But now the players are coming, and one at a time, they are falling. Crash on for a triple. Flame Star now by himself on his lonesome 1-on-5. He has to ace clutch it to win it. I don't think it's very likely. As Stubbs just jumps right in, and there he goes. Zero fear, hold down W, gets the kill.
Well done, my Crash there. You could really tell as soon as he sees that contact on Brother Duck there, all of the team from the B side would just immediately run across, because Crash, whether he likes it or not, he does have that IGL vibe where he will just take over the comms, and you can see that if you pay a bit of attention in the rotations of the team towards A side. Everyone will just run across as soon as Crash says, he's B, he's B, he's A, he's A, he's A, guys, everyone.
Yeah, I'm sure he has to do that. The kind of player, always very serious about winning. He loves his wins. Stubbs now gonna aggress up over onto site as, look at TKI, they're jumping on site, and Stubbs goes unnoticed. Easy double, easy triple, looking for another. Brother Duck does take him down, but FF guys was there to back up his teammate. That was a chaotic round, but by God. Man, Woo Wednesday, they're really bringing the pain to Team Kick It early on. So, Slugsy, so far, your prediction, it seems to be okay, but we're 2 rounds in, granted, nothing too serious. It will be the bonus coming up from Woo Wednesday here. Night at Mass, still on a donut. Does this concern you in the slightest?
Not really. I know each of these players individually, they have their own strengths and weaknesses, and I think they do, although it is a very amateur team, I think this is the first game that they've played with each other as a team. Yeah, I think they have been playing off of each other pretty well. I know a couple of them, maybe 2 or 3 of them have played together a lot before. Other than that, yeah, I have no doubts in this one.
Well, truth to your word, Mass, he's got his first kill, and Knight, I think he's got to fall back a little bit as Trevor trying to engage him. Clean headshot will take him down. Open superiority. There are no smokes now for the defenders to try to retake. Crash, here's that alarm bot being dumped over towards A short. He's probably telling his teammates right now, making some big calls. Trevor getting Stubbs. 1 by 1, Woo Wednesday, they're getting picked off. The flutes, perfect timing. My gosh, catches FF guys just out in the open. Reyna on Reyna and flutes. He should be looking to get this kill. No, take it back. Mass, clean headshot, overheal come through as well. A double for him. Looking for a triple. Oh god, he does get it, but Trevor as well from behind, I think, strikes. And Deary May finally 1 on the board for Team Kick It. And they lost 3 players, so that is quite the expensive round, but nonetheless, they are on the board.
That round, you can definitely see Crash's cheeky setup on a short there. I think they have to be very mindful of that, because he likes to put that setup there every round pretty much.
Yeah, and look, if we can actually sort of adapt to this to an extent, it just makes you mildly concerned. Can the other team? Granted, it's not as easy because they haven't really gone over towards the A side just yet. So, yeah, it's still a bit of a toss-up, in my opinion. Alright, hang on, just adjusting the volume a little bit. But okay, look, over towards mid. TKI, they've taken a lot of control. Trevor, the buddy system, they take down another player. Stubbs gets one onto Brother Duck though, and the showstopper is out, fires it blind, catches one. Stubbs looking to get another, but FF guys steals that kill off of him, so no ace for Stubbs. What a flick, but unfortunately got a little bit too hasty there. Anto strikes back, retribution for his teammates. 1 on 2 for a 6 HP. He has to land the headshots. It's possible, though unlikely. Crash already rotated over towards mid, trying to go for a flank, maybe catch Anto on the way out. Indeed, that seems to be where Anto is starting to head towards. He has time to go for the long rotate. So this round, not out of TKI's hands just yet. That's not good. Oh,
30 seconds left.
A single shot puts him down to 34 now. Things just went from bad to worse. How much more damage can punishment can he really take? Sets down the alarm bot, but probably may have to recall it. Although I do think he's going to go for the save at this point. no HP, no intel, not much util. Just hold on to the rifle and give Woo Wednesday that win.
10 seconds left.
Nope. I hope you are locked onto my point of view, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Not a lot of people know that you can actually lock into another person's point of view. Hence, that's how observing works in
How do I
Valorant.
do that?
You press the... Okay, so next to the P, the letter P on your keyboard, press the first button to the right. The bracket.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then it'll show. Exactly. That makes more sense. So now you see what I see, and we can be on the same page. Right.
Sweet.
This time, though, Team Kick It. They lost the previous round, but they are looking to force back into this. A little bit of an expensive investment, but I'm sure, okay, they can make it work out in their favor as they steal the ult out towards long. Lynch come through by Flus, I think, while they are committing to this hard side take. Stubbsy, here's the TP out. Oh no, Trevor sprays through his smoke. The audio cues, the sonar echolation, hears him and gets the kill. Although Anto up over towards short, the only player off of sight right now for TKI. Maybe able to catch a few players here. Crash. No Killjoy ultimate to use. That's a smart peek. He just always knows to clear that angle. All teams should do that. You never know whenever there's a lurker playing around mid. 4v4 retake just got a little bit harder as Trevor gets himself another kill. Although Mass leading the charge with his with Trevor there. Brother Duck clean knife to the head, slice and dice. Brother Duck gets 2 down to Knight. 1 on 4. Things are looking very, very impossible now. Gets 1. Oh, pulls his knife out. Looking to go for the save or fall back, although I don't really think they are willing to let him save that rifle. Brother Duck, he's thirsty for this, spots him out, picks up a rifle just for good measure. Huh, so they will exit off-site. We're Wednesday. They lose this round, and Team Kick It. They're only 1 behind now.
It was really well done round from TKI, given that one of their players didn't have a gun. I think one player had Frenzy and full armor there. And Brother Duck just got their ultimate ability off, and they did manage to deal a lot of damage to Woo Wednesday, picking up their guns and heading on to this next round with a lot more credit than last.
Yep, you can say that again. So, Woo Wednesday in a bit of a stiff position here. 3 rifles, 2 upgraded pistols. They do have ultimate on FF, guys. He has his Fury. I'm eager to see if he does plan to use it a little bit early. He's staring it down. Oh no, he didn't have the ultimate out, so that's not good. Meanwhile, on the other side, missing all the action as 1-for-1 trade over towards B there. Crash, he does have a gun. One of the few rifles of Woo Wednesday. Nets himself a kill. Does have the Killjoy lockdown to play with now. Looking to anchor this B site. Should Team Kick It go aggress. On the flip side though, Stubbs. What is that crosshair? Oh my god. He's worked his way A long. Catches Brother Duck mid-dash, and how does he survive? Using all his util just to get out of there. Escaping with murder at this point. He's made his way through that door, and Stubbs, oh man, just to catch the flutes with the timing. 6 HP. He's just unkillable, unrelenting, and even better, he has Spike in his possession. Flamestar and Trevor, the last 2 players left now of TKI. They have to somehow bring this back. 2 on 4. And look, the Spike is over towards short, but this is a huge kill box. Good start though. Flamestar gets FF, guys. More util there to clear a few angles. Paranoids come through from Knights. It will make the enemy a little bit more paranoid, but it doesn't matter. They have the Spike, and they are looking to secure the plants at the very least. A site has been relatively cleared easily. Oh, Stubbs switches out to the Vandal. I like this. He's 6 HP, he's glass cannon. He has to go for the headshot, and the best gun to do it with is the Vandal. Crash puts out the Killjoy lockdown ultimate. This will allow the retake to be very, very, very doable. He still gets destroyed, and Stubbs just biding his time. Trevor gets one onto Knight. Flamestar has to be aware, but Stubbs, look how patient he is. He knows, confirms that Flamestar is in the corner towards Wine there. He has to get the headshot. Ah, Flamestar not even looking, so it's all down to Trevor now to clutch things out. He gets detained, although it is running out. They don't quite know where he is. Stubbs holding down the angle, goes down to Trevor, and Crash, he can't stick this. It's getting so close, and oh, he does! Highway robbery steals the round from right under the noses of TKI. That's just brutally punishing.
It was a very interesting round. It was very impressive though that they did turn that 2v4 into a 1v1 at the end. Unfortunately, Crash did stick that, but it was
Yep.
very well done from TKI.
Yeah, it was just one of those small things, you know. I'm not too sure if Trevor. Oh no, he didn't quite have his ultimate from the show's TP. If he did, he may have gone huge there, gone for a huge play just to escape the Killjoy lockdown. But hey, look, it is what it is. It happened. They are only 2 rounds behind though, so things could be worse. And even better, they have rifles to work with in this round. FF guys, looking to use the Guardian, the M1 Garand. Yeah, you can't miss that shot, because Brother Duck, he will hard punish you for that miss. Oh, interesting paranoia. Actually managed to catch Crash. I'm rather surprised. I'm not too sure where Trevor threw it from. Well, Mass, he will be one of the few players on the B side to try to lock things down. And there's a utility. Stubbs gets one. He has a showstopper again. It's the second time this round. Great dash by Brother Duck. Avoids that showstopper, and Trevor strikes now. I love the team play coming out from Team Kick It. They're getting these kills. Trevor for yet another. He's going huge. All down a Crash now. Mr. Observer OC himself gets spotted out by the recon arrow. Gets himself one and just gets outnumbered, outmaneuvered. 3 to 4, Team Kick It. They are definitely not out of this.
Very nice dodge from Brother Duck there.
Although, Brother Duck, he did actually start things off with a really strong opener. I think it had to be Trevor playing off of his team, you know, just being there to back them up and not really to get the trade, but to confirm those kills using that misinformation and all that noise. This time though, it's Slugsy. Look at the economy of Wee Wednesday. This is bad. This is the worst round thus far. Classics and a few sheriffs. I don't rate the chances too highly, especially considering they have no armor to play this as well.
Definitely. There's that one ult that goes off. They do have 3 more to work with, but it's not something that they should look at investing into too much, given that it is a Nico round from Blue Wednesday.
Yeah, this is not ideal at all, because once again, the opener frag going over to Team Kick It, and Wee Wednesday, they already have worsted guns. They don't have any map control. Not really much util to play with either. A few smokes maybe. There's a Hunter's Fury available, but probably best to save it for a proper buy round when you know better rifles to work with. So it does seem like Wee Wednesday just going to play really passive here and do some damage, get some exit frags. Every little bit of economy damage would count in the long run for Wee Wednesday. Stubbs and Mass, the tag team out over towards A long. That's probably where they're expecting TKI to exit out of. And FF guys, that's a really ballsy pick. That's so worth. 1-for-1 trade, rushes right out of there, takes one. Now this is going to be a huge bullet storm. I do wish the best for Mass and Stubbs. Mass, great shot. Looking for a second. Knight chimes in, and they are getting these kills. All of a sudden, it's down to 2v1, and Knight nets himself a triple. Oh my god, Slugsy, Wee Wednesday, they got away with almost the impossible there. That's so much damage done. Team Kick It. You have to be kicking yourself in the back for losing all your rifles exiting the site there.
It was really well done from them. There wasn't too much they could do there. They had full control of the site, but at least they got a couple of guns out of it. But not too big of a deal for Team TKI, because they can still pull by.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Flamestar, Flutes, and Anto, the 3 players of TKI with ultimates here. Very impactful ultimates, bear that in mind. Empress, perfect for this entry frag, or site holds. Mass does get pinged by the Hunter's Fury, and Flamestar only tags him once. Okay, at least damage is done. No heals on the team of Wee Wednesday to bail him out. But he is Reyna. He has the luxury of getting the kill and overhealing. So it's very much doable. Flamestar, I like that. Capitalizing off of his position, getting the ult orb after he used his ultimate. But FF guy saving his own Hunter's Fury, destroyed the Killjoy lockdown. The site back to square one, back to where he started. And Mass needs to get a kill, does get it. The overheal come through, and Stubbs is chiming in. This is just absolute chaos right now. Wall Street, trade for trade, tip for tat. And that's all down to Trevor by himself. Gets one kill onto FF guys, goes through, spots out the gun barrel of Knight. He has the advantage to Crash, has the positioning advantage. But Trevor, what a flick! Quadra for himself. That's bloody filthy. And now TKI, they have the lead.
That was insanely well done from Trevor there.
This guy.
That was beautiful. That
exactly.
Was beautiful.
Who is he? Look at the scoreboard right now. Stubbs is leading Wee Wednesday. Double digits, 12. But for TKI, Trevor, heads and shoulders above everyone else in the server. 16 kills in 9 rounds. Now, I'm not going to do the quick math here, but that's pretty good if you work things out. But however, TKI, I think off of losing that those four rifles a few rounds ago, it's coming back to bite them. As you can see, this buy 3 rifles, a shorty, and a SMG. It's not ideal, but at least it's better than what Wu Wednesday have. They have nothing.
Recalling my bot.
TKI, they didn't really get a lot of aggressive B control early on. I don't think they got the ult orb either. The ult orb towards A has been taken. That's a nasty bloody dart. Wow! It takes the site, and just like that, TKI, they swarm on. Brother Duck clears hell. But however, Wu Wednesday, the rotations are already here. This is very much doable though, and Stubbs had the judge and just dives into his death. That's not the result you want. FF guys, interesting shock dart, won't quite catch anyone. Culture lockdown though from Crash. They have inferior guns, but it'll be an interesting choice for him to pop it. And actually it is working out. It forces the attackers off the site. Spike not yet planted. And look at this, Wu Wednesday, they're getting back on. They even net themselves an easy kill onto Trevor. The carry for Team Kick It is gone, and detain Flutes as well. But he's holding on for dear life. There is a teammate next to him to back him up, protect his body.
30 seconds left.
So far, a very chaotic round. And that single ultimate changed the entire mood of things. Okay. Mass heard the gun drop there. A crossfire of sorts with FF guys. Oh no! Flutes, his shoulder is exposed. 10 seconds, they have to commit to this A site take now. For another sharp drop by FF guys. And Mass, he chimes in as well. The crossfire working out successfully! Slugsy, what has happened? TKI, they have such a good round, and then suddenly they lose to an all-out eco of Wu Wednesday.
Honestly, that was a really good read from Wu Wednesday. You could see before they even left A main that there was an early rotation going on, and it looks like TKI just had to commit to the side at that point.
Yeah. It's so interesting as well, you know. I'm sure TKI, they had intel that there were a lot of rotations all the way over towards A from Wu Wednesday, and one person even got executed, a bullet towards back. So why didn't they just run over towards B? Sure, Flutes got detained, keep one player with them because B was ripe for the taking. And now this time though, in this round, TKI, they still have the From the Shadows TP and the Reina Empress, but however, they are the ones on the eco. Looking to edge over towards B, beautiful shock dart. But narrowly does get dodged. Mass holding his ground, and backup has arrived. Stubbs, he's thirsty for these kills, and he receives a bullet to the face for his troubles. FF guys, they're charming in, he gets a second for himself, and Mass, he's thirsty, he's hungry. Give him the kill. Give him the big suck. And Stubbs, oh, once again, the human bait jumps right into the firing line for Mass, as Mass gets that kill. It was one of those, get down, Mr. President moments there, wouldn't you agree?
That is, I would call that a sub special, definitely. He does like being front of line of everything, do whatever it takes to get that last kill.
Oh, look, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because right now, he only has 13. That's 1 extra from where we've seen him last. If anyone, it's actually FF guys, you know, really getting these kills here. And he's put himself double digits, has the Hunter's Fury to play with. Looking to go really aggressive now with Mass, all the way over towards B. I like the defensive setup by Crash. He's put Util all the way over towards A main here. We'll get pings by the Owl. And unfortunately, it's Knight who gets tagged. Knight gets killed. There's no smokes now for the defenders to try to retake with. Trevor uses his ultimate, TPs onto site nice and early. Oh dear.
Very unfortunate for Knight to get caught in the crossfire there.
Though this retake is very much doable. The man disadvantage for Wu Wednesday, but the time is ticking down. It's not on their side, not favoring them. Crash, I like that. Checking some angles. Oh, that's huge. A recon arrow and Crash and Stubbs. They're striking now. Stubbs, Hunter's Fury. All them to last player. Boom! Explodes, Brother Duck. You know what? That's actually really clean. We're Wednesday. They shouldn't have really had that retake, I imagine. The man disadvantage, and it was all down to the timing. They really came down to FF guys with that really good recon arrow, and then Hunter's Fury. And then everyone else taking advantage of the chaos, diving in, getting those kills. I like it. 7-5 now. We go into the second half.
was really interesting to see just how coordinated that play was, given that I don't think these guys have actually played together before.
Yeah.
So that was pretty impressive to see just the coordination across everyone.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, I'm sure they play behind the scenes, scrims to an extent, all that kind of nonsense. But this time, I should be a little bit concerned for TKI. They are on the defense. I hope it works out, because if we've seen anything, you know, We Wednesday, they can aggress and they can get those kills, especially Stubbs. He has one blast pack this time. I'm eager to see where he intends to fly with it. Classic Crash as well. Using utility, getting A long control, steals the ult orb. Looking for perhaps more. Stubbs worked his way up over towards Market, firing a few shots off. But once that smoke clears, either Trevor gets this kill or Stubbs does. Stubbs on the reload. Trevor whipping everything. Oh my god, Stubbs escaping with murder there. Getting a second for himself. How is he still alive? The assist to come through. Overheal on Mass. Oh, We Wednesday, they're really shifting the narrative into their favor now. They're getting the round. And Brother Duck has to just hold on for dear life. Try help his teammate the best he can. Because Anto, he has to be sweating and quaking his boots right now. Gets one onto Stubbs. But now he's jumping around like a bunny rabbit. Crash gets the trade. We Wednesday. 4v2. Spike is down. I like what the last two players of Team Cricket are doing though, playing together. But really, it's on Flutes. He has to be the man to wear the pants right now. Get that first kill, get the overheal, and become the tank. Brother Duck dash onto the site, overheal. Oh no, Flutes! He uses the dismiss. He's at 34 now. One shot's gonna finish him. I think he's got an idea of where Knights is, but misses the headshot. Brother Duck, even worse now. 10 HP. You breathe on him, he dies. Oh lord, oh lord. Good start. Oh, gets a second. I'll take it back. It's very much doable though. But the turret. Oh, that's so well played by Brother Duck. But no, the killjoy nanos him just in the nick of time by Crash. Oh dear, dear, dear. What a play from beyond the grave. Post-mortem, he still clutches the round. And that's punishing.
From what I've seen so far, TKI really strives in clutch situations, and that's when we see like the best plays.
That was insane.
As we just saw then.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it didn't get the defuse off, but it was pretty good nonetheless.
Damn. Brother Duck, that was 200 IQ plays. He had the jet dash and just went right past the turret. Crash had no idea what happened. And just if his reaction time was a tad slower, that round could have gone into the favor of TKI. But now it's the SMG buy coming out for We Wednesday. And you can't actually wallbang through there with the SMG. But Trevor, oh, just narrowly escapes with his life. No heals again. Mass opens things up, takes down Brother Duck. And this guy, he has something against using his overheals, despite having a superior gun. Stubbs, oh, does run into the wall. Gets blocked off for a second there, but he has a good idea of where the player is. Confirms the last kill with his bullet. Confirms the kill with his last bullet. And now TKI finally they trade back, but Stubbs, look at this man. He just wants those kills. He's getting greedy. Crash, point blank, executes Trevor. Also to Anto now, 31 HP. He's getting shot from everywhere. Mass confusion. He finally goes down. Clean round from We Wednesday, losing only one player. Although now, TKI, this is their buy round. Money is being invested, rifles coming out, full armor as well. But look on the attack side, Crash. Despite being on the bonus buy, sorry, he's one off of having the Killjoy lockdown, and he's eyeballing that juicy ult orb. But like this, they're fighting for long control. I think TKI are aware of what's happening. Crash indeed loses his turret and will be forced back for the time being. WFF guys, mildly concerning, still holding on. We Wednesday, that's okay. They have B control. And that ult orb, nice and juicy there. The forbidden fruit. The forbidden boba. He's gonna take it.
I haven't heard that one before, forbidden boba. Like
Big
that.
boba, how's that? Okay, the Killjoy lockdown does go down, and Trevor, another smoke to come through, just to hold off the attackers for a little bit longer. But Flamestar, he has the angle, he's spraying up a few bullets, and that nanoswarm is perfect. This Killjoy lockdown, it does nothing. Although I say that, Stubbs just 8 rounds to the side and gets bullets for his troubles. One by one, the attacker is getting mowed down. FF guy's in a sneaky position here, makes himself known. Knight's gonna plant the spike, being defended by Crash for as long as they can, but 2v4 now with FMGs. They are at least playing close range, but this post-plant defense looking really rickety. Down to Crash now. The Star Killjoy by himself, 1v2, gets 1 kill, runs out of ammo, and then they swarm all over him like a pack of hungry hyenas. The defuse to come through from TKI, losing only 2 rifles that round. Pretty good, all things considered. You know, speaking of like forbidden boba there, a big boba, it has me almost a bit hungry there. What's your go-to order when you go get milk tea?
Oh no, my go-to order. I think I'll probably get crucified or something if I mention anything about boba, because I know a lot of people get pretty angry about certain preferences.
That's alright.
I used to like cha time a lot, but now I've moved over to gongcha, and I do like anything milky, but it has to be hot.
And sweet.
I need my bobas to be soft.
Well, speaking of hot, Brother Duck, he runs right in, but he ain't so hot. You're only getting 1 kill, and it will be Wu Wednesday to strike right back. They have the advantage now. Stubbs. Oh, well, here we go. Aim up, boys, because here comes Raze. He's clearing a few angles, but doesn't quite check the corner. Somehow Trevor manages to escape with murder, gets himself 2, and this is so disastrous. Almost a 3rd there, and it's all down to last defender. Trevor has done the hard lifting. Anto, he can clutch this out. The spike, and we'll get planted over towards A. Both these players, they are sort of low. Headshots is all it takes at this range with the Phantom, giving that fire rate. Stubbs just lying in wait. And so you have 1 nanoswarm to play with. Rikonara comes out. And so look at the wrong way! And Stubbs from underneath gives them the 1,000 years of pain. And look, TKI, they managed to win the previous round. But on a proper buy round, it does seem Wu Wednesday, they just inch out to be slightly more superior. But please, go back about your gongcha order.
No, that was it really. I just need my balls to be hot. That's all.
Okay. Okay, interesting enough. And I understand that as well. When you eat like desserts, you like things to be very sugary. You have like a sugar addiction of sorts.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
I overdose on sugar constantly.
Is that a personal thing or a Filipino thing?
Oh, a bit of both, I think.
Oh, okay.
I had 4 Krispy Kreme donuts last night.
Oh my god.
I feel really bad about it, but...
By nights, what time do you mean by nights?
Well, I was up watching VCD, so maybe around 5 a.m. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's not talk about it anymore. Anyway, back to the game.
Sure, let's put the subject down for now. Well, Wu Wednesday, they got the ult swap out towards long, and they are gonna regress back over towards mid. Damage has been done though. Trevor, 26 HP. Narrowly staying alive. Double digits on the board, need I remind you, for Wu Wednesday. Trevor, that's a lot of noise, mate, but look at the rotations, TKI. This is great. They know exactly where Wu Wednesday is coming from. FF guys leads the charge onto the site, spawns out the turret, takes a few shots for his troubles, and catches Anto with his util out, pants down. Flamestar is going to have to strike back now. Trying to get the right clicks on, does take down Mass, although it was quite expensive. 2 of his teammates traded for 1. Spike gets planted. All 3 players get revealed. They know exactly where the last few players of TKI are. Paranoia, great by Knights. Stubbs gets 1. Knight should be able to get this kill. The double 2-piece. They line up for him and he bowls them down. 11 on the board now for Wu Wednesday. These things are looking to be really dire. Well, I won't say really dire, but starting to look a little bit dire. TKI, you're down by quite a bit. Your economy, you can buy in this round, but if you lose this, I think it's safe to say this is a done game.
I have faith in them.
Okay, that's true.
Based off of this game and the rounds that I've seen from TKI, they do keep a level head in very intense situations, just as we saw with Trevor in that 4K, just ducking and weaving through everyone. But I do believe they have a chance at a comeback here.
Trevor, he's gonna have to be the real hero of his team right now, because you are down by 5 rounds, and you sort of win those rounds sort of flawlessly because your economy is so bad. Things can get expensive, and time again, look at this. Big Boba does get snatched by Crash. what I want to see more coming out of TKI actually on the defense, you have the players. Why don't you try to go a little bit more aggressive over towards, say, B main? Get the orb control. Or just get map control instead. You have, especially with Trevor, you guys can win out these duels. But instead, I think they are just feeling the pressure to an extent, opting to play more safe. They don't really have much intel, and Wednesday, they're firing shots here, they get an ult orb there, and it's just an absolute standoff right now. Although the spike, I do think it's leaning over towards B, as we can see the ping from Crash, I'm presuming. Oh no, it will be A.
30 seconds left.
The announcer lady has just told us 30 seconds left in the round. The pressure is on. They have to make this happen. Trevor, he didn't really have to shoot that dart, I reckon. It probably didn't catch him. Gets one opening frag, and the spike, it has been dropped. Time's running short. The spike, 10 seconds left to get it down now, and the kills just aren't going in the favor of Wednesday. Knight, he's looking a little bit desperate here. He's getting a bullet here, getting a bullet there, and Anto strikes, but he knows he doesn't have to commit to the peak, because it's all down to Knight now. Time is up. Doesn't even get a kill. Spike on the ground. Oh, Slugsy. Faith is correct, because from almost the jaws of defeat, TKI, they punish Wednesday for having bad time management.
Crash really needs to get that kill in tree there.
Yeah.
It would have been a very different round.
You know, I wouldn't say he's underperforming a little bit, but being a killjoy as well, I suppose that's where you should be. Just being a more defensive player, using your utility to support your duelists, Mass, Stubbs, maybe FF guys to go for those early kills. I like this though. Brother Duck has a judge. He's almost escaped with murder. That turret, as far as they're concerned, it's angled over towards main there, Stubbs. I like that usage of the boom bot just to clear the angle for certain. Crash going for the big boba again, and this is going to be punishing. Will go down. That has been so frustrating. Stubbs is no longer there to back him up. Oh dear, dear, dear. You've lost your team captain, but he has camera controls now. He's going to be watching from above. While Flutes hears footsteps out over towards A main. Lines up the headshot, gets one to Mass. He can't dismiss out there. Confirms intel. 2 more players on A. Door, it goes down as quickly as it comes up. The spike not yet to be planted. Killjoy lockdown as well. Flute, he's hungry and thirsty for these kills. Brother Duck gets one. Nice, he cannot aggress onto the site, possibly. Stubbs, they're going to have to wait this one out. And 40 seconds left on the timer. They can still play for the round, but 2v4, they need almost a miracle. They're being patient. That applies for both sides right now. TKI especially. They understand they have a very distinct man advantage. All they have to do is sit and wait. Knight. Yeah, he gets spotted out. And look at this. The shark smell blood. Left, right. Good night. He gets put down 6 feet under. And TKI, they're closing the gap, Slugsy. They're down by 3 now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Wednesday's defense was pretty good, but I think they're kind of lacking in the attacker side at the moment.
Right.
Which is where they might find their faults, and TKI will eventually, hopefully, catch up.
I think it just happens to be on the defense, right? You have Crash, the IGL, and he has a very set way of playing defense. He makes these calls, and he, knows exactly where to place Killjoy utility to hold the attackers off. So essentially, I suppose whichever side he plays on, he gets locked off of from TKI. But now on the attack side though, they have to have good team coordination, using those Sova recon arrows and more, just to get those initial opening picks. Killjoy lockdown does get dunked once again, the big boba suck. But TKI, they're playing so defensively. They're falling back, and Flutes, oh, narrowly is, oh my god, come on.
Walks back into it.
Yep, that's a bit of a mistake there. Starts to come through, but little do they know, the spike isn't being planted at default. 5-on-5 post plant, and Crash already hates these situations. I hate it even more. This is going to be an absolute headache. Oh, FF guys are getting tagged so low. Won't go down. Walked into the balls of Brother Duck. This is a great start. Even better now. Anto gets a second. 1 by 1. Wednesday are falling. The aggression down to Knight. Oh, left, right, good night. Brother Duck leaps right onto him. Jeet Kundo does the flip. Oh, TKI, 9-11. 9-11. They're bringing it back.
There's a very awkward post plant from Wednesday there. You can see everyone just kind of scrambling a little bit on site, not sure where to go really. And that kind of led to their downfall.
Yeah. They couldn't get the trades. They had quite a few angles blocked off, and perhaps the comms were a bit too cluttered, just full confusion. And that's what allowed Brother Duck to really just get in there, be so free with his blades, his ultimate, just nab those easy kills. But now, Wednesday. Sorry, I wasn't looking at these scoreboard a little bit earlier. They are on the eco, on the attack side. So it's not the worst, as they have inferior guns, but they can play together as a cohesive unit. Oh! Okay, was that a few straight shots by Trevor? That was a bit scary there. Aldrin comes through. Flamestar, you have to get the intel now. Tags one. Sees so many market. Trevor, now's your time to shine. It will be Flutes to open things up, getting that first kill. 90's down in the open. Good dismissed by Flutes, although right into the eyes of Knight, it doesn't matter because they all fall down to Mass. 1v5 has to ace it to win it. Well, of course, won't happen. And there's your Amazon Prime Gaming Flawless coming out.
It's 11 to 10 now, and I did say at the start of this game that I put 16,000 points in Woo Wednesday. I think if I lose those points, Crash might have to sleep on the couch.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I will be very upset.
16,000 points on my channel as well.
16,000 points.
Think of how many flexes and chugs you could have redeemed.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Okay, full buys from both teams. We're Wednesday. Stubbs won off of the showstopper, and if anything, he should be the one going over towards B, where Crash has control to get the big boba. Oh, come on, Crash. What are you doing? Mask gets one kill onto Brother Duck at the very least, over towards A long. Brother Duck, what are you doing? Aggressing out there by yourself. You are being proactive, yes, but there's no one there to back you up.
Woo Wednesday has sort of figured out that
The weakness?
their brute force isn't really working as much. So they try to work a bit of control here.
Well, this isn't brute force. I don't know what it is, because they're just aggressing onto the A side. This is match point for them now. But Trevor, he spots at the jump of Stubbs, but FF Guys is there to get the kill, and Knights lurking behind picks up Anto. This is almost a flawless round now. Match point. Your 16k points might actually be safe.
Match point.
Maybe, I think he heard me. He doesn't really like the couch. It's kind of cold out there, so hopefully I get those 16k points back and a little bit extra.
Yeah, you know, like looking at the weather report. In fact, you know, we are getting into winter for Melbourne. Technically, winter starts next month, but goddamn, these nights, they really are breezy. Especially for me, I live near the ocean. It ain't good. It ain't good. Okay. Now, Brother Duck, he's finally busted out the operator. Sorry, I wasn't analyzing what happened a little bit later. But look at the ultimates for Woo Wednesday. You have the lockdown, you have a Hunter's Fury. You're from the show's TP, although I'm not too sure how much really impact they can get out of it. TKI, this is do or die now. Literally, it's already match point. They're two behind. This comeback has been unreal. But Trevor, what are you doing? Being proactive. But this is not it, maybe. If that smoke clears, there's a whole firing squad staring down at you. He can't escape. Peeks! His shoulder gets spotted out! No! That's not how I want this to start! Killjoy lockdown, and Brother Duck misses the shot as well. Nowhere to really go. Stubbs is watching both angles. This is the pinch. This is the best strategic round we've seen thus far from Woo Wednesday. I think, actually, that was from the defenders. Yes, it was. Meanwhile, they are getting these kills. Knight's gonna TP out of there. Here's still a market, though. Stubbs is very close to him. It will be Anto to sort of lock this angle down. Knight will have to cross. Anto, oh, doesn't quite shoot. And the outro, no, checking the wrong way. This is a false sense of security. Stubbs, the clean execution. The ending on. And we'll go right into the open arms of Anto. 2-on-2 now. Spike is down. Things are getting very intense. Knight makes it a 1-on-1. Anto, the burden is now on his shoulders. Match point. You have to get onto site and get that defuse. Crash. He knows he has to play the objective. He's just waiting. Spots out here's out the footsteps. Oh, Anto, what a swing, gets that kill. And then he wants the turret, though. He has to start sticking the defuse. At least the turret will give him intel where Knight is playing. Knight destroys it. It doesn't even get to halfway. Oh, no, Slugsy. Not like this. I think it's done and dusted as Knight confirms the kill. Finally, TKI Anto. He gets taken down.
What a great way to end that game.
Yeah.
Very, very intense. Unluckily, Crash was a little bit too preoccupied pinging to sort of get the final tick on him, but nonetheless, Knight clean up for him. And my 16,000 points are safe. Very happy.
That's true. That's true. There is a slight delay on the stream, so I'm gonna have to do the predictions a bit later when the stream catches up. But hey, look, 13-10, right? Stubbs, what a performance on the scoreboard here. 26 kills, not many first bloods. That's okay, because you're just padding the stats for yourself. Trevor as well. Head to toe, toe to toe with Stubbs, but unfortunately, the rest of the team, it does leave a little bit to be desired, and so yet to break double digits. But I will have to give this to TKI though. Their defense was really good. That was a really, really good comeback. Almost there. It just happens to be that final round, the best strategically sound round I've seen yet from Wednesday. If anything, I think maybe some pro teams could use that as a template. It was so beautifully done. They took market control, and you could just see who was it. Brother Duck. He had nowhere to go. He goes in over towards market, and then he gets detained. He goes over towards mid. There's players barreling down on him. The only way he would have been able to escape was to have a teammate back him up from defender spawn. But you know, in that heat of the moment, it's not an easy decision to make. Fantastically played final round there.
Definitely. I think on TKI side, there is a lot of calm in the way that they play, and I really like to see that. It did go to show in a lot of their rounds that it was just sort of like, hey, let's take breath, like take a step back, look at the bigger picture, and see what we could make out of it. And that was just really refreshing to see, as opposed to maybe the likes of Stubbs that would be like, hey guys, I have a blast pack, let me just do my thing, trade me if you can. Yeah. Type of deal.
I would say it did work out reasonably well, although sometimes he sort of just dives into his death. So it is what it is. But hey, regardless, it's the win. And you know how I always like to run the show. I always get a player of the winning team to come in for a quick interview. And lo and behold, guess who it is for Woo Wednesday? I'm not surprised. So are you? Okay, Crash, team captain for Woo Wednesday, I'm presuming. Congratulations, 13-10, pretty clean win. How are you feeling?
Considering we did like 5 minutes of prac before the game, I think I'm cool with that. I'll take that. Right. I don't know, do these guys prac? I have no idea.
I'm going to assume they do to an extent, because at a certain point there, the comeback on defense, that got a little bit close there. 10-11, I think?
Yeah, look, we don't talk about that. We should have closed the game out quicker. I don't know. You gotta remember, like, that's like our first game together.
Right.
I think for what we were given with, like, it was honestly fine. I think we exceeded our own expectations. We're coming in to have fun anyway, and winning was just a bonus.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm happy I got Stubbs on my team, because he kind of just, like, carried us, to be honest. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah, he did. He did. 26 kills, an absolute effort, I have to say. But then again, I want to talk about that final round of the game there. Very strategically sound. You guys took mid control. You had the lockdown over towards B main there, but it wasn't directly in the corner. It was a little bit out, if I remember correctly. And you just pinched Brother Duck into market. He goes further into market. He gets detained. He goes out to mid. He gets shot down. Was that the strategy all along? That the final trump card you guys had saved up?
Yeah, look, I knew that they have Killjoy util on B, so I was just like, you know what? We'll do like a little mid default, take mid control. You guys, myself and Stubbs in B main. I'll grab the orb. What happened was actually I'll tell you right now.
Right.
In the round prior, that was when I was trying to get my ult online, and then I don't know if you noticed, but I got the spike down with like a second left, and I had my ult in the next round. That's like the only reason that play really worked. So I was just like, all right, boys, just like send it up mid, we'll pinch B. If there's a player in market, we just kill them. And then it turns out the Jet was there, and she was, I mean, just unlucky, I guess.
Yeah.
And there was no one on site. So I was like, all right, this is free site. We'll just play post play and just went off of that.
So all semi-intentional, semi-unintentional, but regardless, it worked out fantastically in your favor to clutch out, to win that final round in really good fashion. Okay, now, Slugsy, any words from you observing the whole game as our special guest for today?
Oh, I had no doubts. Very proud of you, Christian. Thank you for securing my 16,000 points on digital
16
channel. 16,000, full house.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, mate. I think be a bit careful, because I think in the future, you know, you should maybe have a gambling problem. But look, That's for the future to see, and at least tonight you'll be safe. You won't be sleeping on the couch. So, Crash, any last words before we close things out? Any words for the fans? Whatever you want to say.
Well, firstly, shout out FF guys, up and coming player. Keep an eye on this fella, as you know, you played of the scene, obviously.
Right.
Shout outs. Okay, I'm just saying right now as well. That was my first time ever playing a game with Knight, and he was. I rate him. Like, he was listening to everything that we was saying. By the way, I was like IGLing that whole game. So anytime I made a call, like, everyone would just listen. I was like, alright, this is like so smooth. Shout outs Mass as well. Like, sharp. He's actually really sharp. Like, I've only played with him like once. But I'll say right now, if they get FF guys' recommendation or his vouch, like, I'm just like, yeah, alright, sick. Yeah, I'm like cool with that. But last but not least, by the way, shout outs Coach Tony, by the way. Tony in the coach slot. Oh, this man, just hyping us up the whole time. We're just in comms, we're just yelling the whole time, having a good time. I feel like even though like the stakes were very low in that game, like, it's just like we're trying to have some fun. We got pretty loud anyway, so I was cool with that. Tony hyping the boys up. Shout out to Coach Tony.
Good, very good to hear. Keeping the mood strong all along, despite getting really close there towards the end. That comeback, once again, I can't get it out of my mind. Well, once again, man, thank you for coming on, and best of luck further up in the league.
Yeah, easy. Cheers, brother.
All right, Slugsy, there you have it. Crash, team captain for Woo Wednesday, giving us his very concise thoughts, and he said it all with conviction. He sounded very certain about that win, the strategies and everything. So I can't really say anything more about this game for tonight. It is the best of one after all. This is amateur 13-10. Any last words from you before we close things out?
Yeah, that was a really fun game to watch, and that was my first time casting, so thank you for having me on, Dig. It was very scary, but yeah. Anyway, Team Ticket is a pretty good team. I really enjoy the gameplay, the individual players as well, and I hope to see more of them.
We can all say that again, and yeah, guys, that's all from us tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you like what we do, you can follow me right here on Twitch. This is my channel, or on Twitter, and my handle is right there at DigitalCasts. And if you liked my special guest tonight, you think she's cute or whatever, okay, she's a really good artist, right? You can commission her to do a lot of things in music or graphics design, all that kind of stuff. You can follow her at Twitter, and there's her handle right under her name as well. I can't get the angle right, but the point is, okay. Hope you enjoyed the show, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time.
Bye-bye.